everyone, yet again to another Ticket Freaks 212. I'm your host, Carlos, and as always, we're here talking about movies. On today's movie topic, we'll be discussing Chasing.
Spot a long face, Horace.
I'm just having a little girl trouble.
Pressing charges? I get that all.
Holden and Banky are comic book artists. Everything's going good for them until they meet Alyssa, also a comic book artist. Holden falls for her, but his hopes are crushed when he finds out she's gay. Chasing Amy, made in 1997 as a comedy, drama, and romance, directed by Kevin Smith, screenplay by Kevin Smith. Cast includes.
Alright, so let's begin with this film. This is probably one of the most low-budget films that I thought really stood out. This was like a Quentin Tarantino formula, and I'll explain what that means. But let's talk about the beginning, middle, and end of the film. Beginning, it provided us with the characters, which I thought was intriguing because the dialogue is the strongest point of this film. It's the strongest thing, and so is the story's interest. The beginning gave us such an interesting form of performing characters, gave us a presence of, okay, now we get to know these characters. Middle took us to a world of different opinions and perspectives as far as relationships went, and the end gave us an interesting turn of event. I'll tell you that. Well, as far as what we're going to be discussing, as far as characters' performance, I will say that, Jason Lee didn't stick out to me. He didn't stick out. Neither did Ben Affleck's performance, neither did Kevin Smith's performance or Jason Mewes.
I can't take this.
Can't take what?
I love you.
What I tell you, she just needs the right guy.
I will say that Joey Lauren Adams stood out. She was the film. She was the main character and was indeed the best performance. If I could have nominated her for an Oscar-worthy nomination, she would be one of the picks in the entire film.
I like you, Holden. But I'd really like us to be friends.
Because she brought that intensity. As far as her character himself just being an interesting piece with such a different type of history and such interesting history, by the way. I just love her as far as her complications, her conflicts, how she really brings it out, how she brings out that intensity, that fire. Ben Affleck trying to compete with her in the film, but I didn't really see it too much as far as I honestly thought she was the best thing about the film. I will say that the title itself was a bit of a surprise. I'll tell you, it didn't mind twist me. So that's why I love the story's piece, because it gave us a different way to see a title come out of nowhere. As far as what a typical title would be brought up, or the film given its entire idea, the film, like, let's say 21. It's pretty much a movie about blackjack, so you already knew the whole idea. But Chasing Amy, you were kind of like, okay, well, what is this about? And that's why I was really like, okay, I'm going to see this film. It was, by the way, to give you the spoiler on that, I won't. If you want to see the spoiler, then go see the spoiler and I'll tell you what it is all about. Anyways, as far as the film itself, of a whole, the dialogue was the strongest suit. Just like the Quentin Tarantino films, with the story interest, Quentin Tarantino does great with dialogue and story piece. This film had the same thing, even considering it was a low-budget film. This was a comedy low-budget film, and I thought it was amazingly done. Terrifically done by Kevin Smith, as far as direction as he was, and the writer as he was. Now, let's see, as far as what it did in the box office. It made $12 million off a $250,000 budget. That is impressive for a film like that. A low-budget film to make $12 million, I would be shaking his hand. All right, $250,000 and all it costs, and it made $12 million. All right, you just made me a chunk of change. I'm going to keep making films for you, or you're going to keep making films for me. Sorry, as if I was the production guy. Now, as far as what it did ratings-wise, Rotten Tomatoes rated at 88%. IMDb rated at 7.4. Ticket Freaks from 1 being bad to 5 being a must-see film. I'm going to rate this, honestly, at a 4. Here's the thing I had a flaw against the film. It's weak performance. Though I give Joey Lauren Adams her credit, I felt like everyone else's performance in the film was a little bit soft. Wasn't good enough. And as far as with the film, it was kind of, you could tell it was a little bit low budget, so I was a little bit disappointed in that. Though it was a low budget film, I just felt like the poor performance and the angle it went, sometimes you didn't see a lot of intensity as far as bringing out from the actors. That's why I give it a 4. It's still a ticket-free choice to watch. I will say this though, if you're not comfortable with some foul languages or any disturbing sexual activity words, then this is not your film. Anyways, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please wait at the end of the credits. There's some contact information where you can ask me about movie questions. That's going to do it for us today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Please subscribe or tell a friend, and I hope to see you guys next time, okay? Peace!